hate to say that we were kidnapped and brought here. It's true. It's not hate to say that we were Jim Crow, discriminated and segregated. It's true.
Our problem has been, as black people, we've always been concerned about white America, never about...
I can't be a pessimist because I'm alive. To be a pessimist means that you have agreed that human life is an academic matter.
We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary. And you're going to have to keep on saying that.
Thank you for tuning in. This is Brian HRap B. Williams. This is the End of the Bench Media. 15 minutes with HRap is what you're watching. I need you to hit that like, thumbs up, mash it, mash it, mash it, mash it. You can catch me on, as you watch it right now, you're watching on YouTube more than likely, but I would prefer that you go to www.thaendofdabench.com, www.thaendofdabench.com. You see it on the screen right now. That's my website. You get the same credit. You get the YouTube credit. You get credit for trafficking with me. And in the bio or description of this, you will see how you can donate to the show via Cash App. You'll see Black History link there. And you will see my website. And you go to the website, click it, and you can watch it. Just hit play. You'll watch it. You'll be in real time, just like now. Thank you for doing that. You hit the like, mash it, mash it, mash it. It's important. It is important. It helps with the algorithm. It puts me in contact with the people that watch in Ghana. Salute to the people in Ghana, Norway, Botswana, Sierra Leone, and all the other European countries, and South America, and Cuba. Just got somebody in Cuba. Shout out to the people, not Cuba, the Bahamas. Oof, I'm in Cuba, but the Bahamas. Thank you for tapping in. If you guys do the same, hit that like button, thumbs up. Thank you for appreciating. Thank you. I appreciate it. As I do every week, I acknowledge my parents, Dolores and John. That is Dolores and John. Without them, there is no me. Without me, there is no podcast. You'd be watching the news right now. Thank you for tapping in. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Thank you for tapping in. Today I worded it the way I worded it, grammatically incorrect. Taking shots is dangerous. Okay? Why did I say that? It's because people take shots at our community at all times. You know, whether it be a passive aggressive shot, it could be a microaggression, it could be in a myriad of ways, and they pretend to be ignorant. They lean on ignorance as the reason for their actions. There is no reason for disrespect. We have gone from a situation in America whereas we were quietly the most respected community in the United States of America. You can doubt it, you can roll your eyes, you can disagree or what have you, but you don't create laws to hold people down. You don't create laws to destroy people. You don't create mobs and organizations so we can stay in our place if you don't fear and respect us. You don't people don't punch down. The bully does not. A bully punches down, and the bully is traditionally afraid of you because when you stand up to him and you're ready to go, he stands down and tries to make allegiance with you or leave you alone. People have been punching down on us for 400 years, 400 plus years. Understand that. And when you do that for that extended period of time, you are afraid of what those people will do, and you respect the power that they have. Who else has been put in chains, stripped of their identity, stripped of their God, stripped of their diet, prohibited from learning, and then look where we are today. That shows you, that shows you that there's a lot of respect that is attached to our community. I don't care if you are the person laying on the street or you're the person in the CEO position in the office. You are respected. Now, liked, disliked, jealous of, hated, yeah, that might be the case, but people know, fear, and respect you because of that brown skin that's attached to your body, whether they want to admit it or not. Now, with that being said, I want you to understand, we must get back to that. We have people pretending that they don't understand. Look, if you're watching this and you're from my community, you know exactly what the Holocaust is. You know exactly what the eradication of the Native Americans is. You know about Asian people being put in containment camps during World War I. You know about the Japanese people put in those containment camps. You know about the Chinese people building the railroads. How is it that you know all those things, but nobody knows what's going on in our community? Oh, I didn't know that was offensive. For example, this infatuation with other cultures using the magic word. Y'all know the magic word begins with an N, ends with an A, and if you don't like me, ends with an R. You know, what you said in your music. Richard Pryor been saying it 50 years of my life. Richard Pryor had started saying it in the 70s, probably in the 60s. I know him from the 70s. So why is it that is it that if rappers are saying it, and that's what induces me to want to say it, why aren't comedians wanting to say it on stage? Why don't you see a legion of white comedians standing on stage? This, you don't see that. You know why? Because it's consequences to that. Freedom of speech, I can say what I want. You can, but there's not freedom of consequences. What happens if we start putting our natural born foots in their behinds? What happened? And I did say foots. I am using improper colloquialisms. I'm not going to use proper English this evening at all times because that's what we do. That's how we get down. That is called, to quote my 8th grade teacher 40 years ago, the Black dialect. That's our dialect. And that's what I'm saying. Why is it that our situation is always offensive or it needs to be corrected? Or when you talk to people from our community, they know what the trapdoors are. No longer will we even identify the trapdoors. I tell you to go over someone's store. Well, no, I don't know. And we're going to write those people off as the coons that they are. If you can identify what's wrong first, you, my friend, are a coon. You are trapped you are in the midst of a trap of a society that is holding us back. Because if you say us and negativity comes to mind, you are part of the problem. You are a greater part of the problem than any drug dealer, any gangbanger, any drug addict, any criminal in the entire United States of America, because you are allegedly of clear mind, clear thought, unoppressed, and you still hate yourself. So you're a bigger problem than anybody. So what we're going to have to do is address these people like the Andrew Schultz of the world, that you want to denigrate Black women. And what you have to realize is he had no intention of denigrating Black women. And I'm not sticking up for him at all because I don't like him. But he didn't intend to do that. You know what he did? He realized what DJ Vlad has realized. He realized what Fox News realized. He realized what Candace Owens has realized. He realized what Jason Whitlock has realized. If you want to get attention, you throw some chaos towards the Black community. We are the #1 targeted, the TTL, that is an organization that is consumer organization that said we're the #1 targeted community in America. So those people realize, say something bad about Black people, all of a sudden 50,000 Black people rush to your YouTube page, watch your video, and comment. Guess what? Now we're saying, and HRap's damn algorithm, and I'm wondering, why in the hell is Andrew Schultz on all the pro-Black stuff I watch, all the sports stuff I watch, all the country Wayne stuff I watch, and I'm looking at Candace on? Because y'all got mad at her for saying something disrespectful to our community. And then my man Mark Lamar Hill, Van Latham, and other Black people, Roland, shout out to Roland Martin, shout out to Karen Hunter. They ain't even posted nothing about that because they ain't trying to entertain Andrew Schultz. Because what we do is make them rich. Because people that don't know who Andrew Schultz is, he disrespects Black women. Our brother Kendrick Lamar checks him on it, never said his name, hit dog holler. And then we flock to him, blow his page up, and then you hit it, like or dislike, then somebody you connected with watch it, and so on and so on and so on. That's why I need y'all to hit that damn like button so you can get, for the people in Jersey, the people in Atlanta, the people in Texas, people in California, and all over this country and all over the world who tap in, make sure you hit that like button, because let me get some of that Andrew Schultz love. But back to the point, we keep allowing these people to trigger us, and then we put money in their pocket. We trigger us and we put money in their pocket, and then we wonder, oh, he ain't even that funny. He all right. But see, the difference is you got people like Charlamagne the Clown who support him, that sit there and laugh with him and egg him on. You sitting around in your group of friends and he crack a off-colored Black joke, and it's the cookout. No more invitations to the cookout. You ever notice that we don't ever try to get to the other cookout? Now, again, the Whitlocks and the Owens and those people, they go to the cookouts, but they don't get invited. They just show up because they've tap danced enough and their ankles are tied and they got good ice over there. But Why is it that we must, oh, you'll want to, no, you're not. You're not an ally because you're just waiting on opportunity. Pink, what's that boy name who a Trump supporter, not Kid Rock. All these people love hip hop until they got to the point where white people noticed them, and then they went on their merry ways. This is what we must identify. Stop being reactionary. What we need to do is reinstitute the respect that is connected to our community, and we will understand that we can no longer trade. We have traded money, finance, fame, and funny for influence, power, and respect. We want our influence, Dr. King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Medgar Evers, Fannie Lou Hamer, Coretta Scott King, Dorothy Chisholm, and those for people laughing. Look, I got mad love for Jamie Foxx. But why is there more people talking about Jamie Foxx than talking about the fact that we're being disrespected at every time? We don't need rappers to tell us this. Oh, well, rappers denigrate black women all the time. No, they don't. They denigrate women. They say negative things about women. They don't say, and all my black sisters, ... They say women. And they use other colloquialism and insults to these women. They don't focus on us. And when he stood out there, he knew exactly what he was doing, because he knew his friend Charlemagne would yuck it up with him and make light of it and blah, blah, blah. Nah, it ain't no more light. We have to get heavy with these folks. It's time for folks to either pay, they're going to pay the cost. And I'm not talking about running up on nobody like this dude did with the United Healthcare guy. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what we have to do is ensure that people understand that it's a price to pay. And it may be physical. It may be an act of violence, but we can walk away and never. I ain't no boycott. This is NEVER. Pay attention to that person again. I don't care if you apologize. I don't care if you bend over, growl, and spit. I don't care what you do. We're walking away and leaving you alone. I'm going to show you, as I always do, a video today about Black history. You'll see the remainder of the video on www.thaendofdabench.com. As you see on the bottom, you'll see that video in its entirety there. But you're going to see a clip and a snippet of it to remind you of where you live. This is HRap. I'm going to put this up. I'll be back in about 45 seconds.
But without further ado, let's get started. The term sundown town refers to communities in the United States that historically practice a form of racial segregation by systematically excluding non-whites from residing within their town after dark. These communities had rules, both written and unwritten, to keep non-white people, especially African Americans, out of their town limits. These towns existed mainly through the 1800s through the early 1900s, but they weren't just a Southern problem. They spread all across the entire country. Within these towns, you might find signs that state, "Don't let the sun go down on you here," warning non-white people to leave before nightfall. If they didn't, they faced threats of violence and even the possibility of being lynched. Local officials, business owners, and residents in these towns worked together to keep the communities almost entirely white. Sometimes there were actual laws that said African Americans or other minorities couldn't buy or rent homes within the area. Even
you see that? That is called a sundown town. You can watch that on One Mic History on YouTube, or you can go to www, as you see it right there, www.thaendofdabench.com, and you will see that entire video and other videos about Black history, things that you need to know that will impact you, impact your children, and anybody who you care about. We can no longer wait on the other shoe to drop. We must educate our children, which takes me to Proverbs 22:6. Train the child, and he will train the child properly. I'm paraphrasing. And whatever you teach it, when you teach them righteously, they will always return to righteousness. Are we training our children properly? Are we training our community properly? Are we training people to respect us at all costs? Or are we focused on being funny, focused on being entertaining, focused on the bag? Understand, the bag is here right in the community. You don't have to leave the community to get the bag. According to the people who are in entertainment at this point, Earthquake is just getting its comeuppance. But Earthquake has been around since I was in high school. I've been out of high school 36 years. I've been out of high school 36 years. Earthquake has been around that long. So I'm quite sure Earthquake has made a few $1 million touring around the country. He has the bag. And people are just finding out about him 36 years. The mainstream is just finding out about him 36 years later. Tyler Perry. Mainstream America didn't find out about Tyler Perry until he was almost a billionaire. So we don't need outside entities to be comfortable within our own skin. Tyler Perry was worth a couple $100 million in just the Black community. Tom Joyner is primarily in the Black community. So why are we always sacrificing our pride, our respect, and our dignity for the bag? Well, he got that money. Hey, man, he's making us look bad, but he got that money, man. I hear that all the time. But then when someone slaps the hell out your daughter, mother, niece, cousin, aunt, or any woman that's related to you, now you upset, now you're ready to go to war. Because we didn't make people respect us from the beginning, because we said money will get you out of anything, but money will not get you respect. And that's what we need to remember, put that together with what's now the old remember together. Remember that we at one point were some of the best dressed people in America, some of the smartest people in America, some of the most innovative people in America, some of the greatest lawmakers in America, some of the greatest physicians and inventors in America. So why are we aiming our children towards 480 MBA jobs, about 1,600 NFL jobs, about 950 MLB jobs? Why are we training our children, a few million young people, to get a very small percentage of the population can get this job? Why don't we train our kids to hit the lottery too? No, what we need to do is, again, I say this all the time, ask our children, what are you going to do to improve the community instead of what are you going to be when you get older? It's okay to be an electrician. It's okay to be a plumber. It's okay to be in construction. It's okay to be a software tech. Things that you don't have to go to college to obtain. You need certificates. You need to be trained by someone in a union. And then we have people who are going to be doctors, lawyers, and things of that nature, captains of industry. We have to stop training our children to make people laugh on TikTok. Oh, you don't have to go to college. You can be famous on TikTok. No, that's stupid. You could potentially be that, but why don't we teach our children how to get a Series 7 and you can be a master in the stock market? Why don't we teach our children how to build and create things so they can create and rebuild our communities? Why don't we teach our children to be doctors and attorneys so when our child gets arrested for a small package of marijuana, he don't get 8 years for it? These are the things that we must return to. Otherwise, we can just understand that we will be subjected to the tyranny of white America into perpetuity. It's no longer funny. We don't need to be funny. We need to return to our greatness. We were trained for greatness. Our parents were built into greatness. Our grandparents created greatness. Now, we're going to take our grandparents' blueprint, pour it into us and the remainder of our community, and we will return to greatness. I'll be great tomorrow. 2 fingers, 1 word, I'm out.
And it is necessary for those people who rule over us and who rule over African people the world over, if those people are to stay in power, they must destroy our ability to love each other in a healthy sort of way. This is why